What's going on, guys? My name is Alan and welcome to another video. This is going to be my Blu-ray collection. Yesterday I uploaded my DVD collection, so doing my Blu-ray one today. My Blu-ray collection is a lot bigger. So I'll just show you right now, I guess. It's a lot bigger stack. So now I have a lot more to say about some of these movies. So it's going to be a longer video for sure. I'm not sure, it'll be 20 minutes, maybe 30 minutes, I don't know. I'm thinking about making this two parts. I'm not sure, I guess it really depends on how long the video goes. But anyway, I'm going to do my TV shows first. I only have two box sets, or whatever you want to call them. First one is Generation Kill. Really good TV show. Centers around the Iraq War. And it's a really good movie. It's a really good TV show. It's from the creators of The Wire, which I'm sure we've all heard of. It's a really good show. That's all I gotta say about it. It's not as serious as this movie, or this series, which is Band of Brothers. This one's a little more. It has humor to it, but it's got drama at the same time. But it's a good mix. I like it. And Band of Brothers, I have not watched this all the way through. It's about. I think it has 10 episodes. I just have not. I just can't. I mean, I have time. I have all the time in the world to do this, to watch this series, but it's. I keep on forgetting about it, so maybe one of these days I'll be in the right mood for it, and I'll go through and watch it. Now we get into the movies. First movie is 28 Days Later, which I didn't like this movie personally. I actually have not watched it all the way through, but I don't know. Something about it just bored me, so I didn't finish it. Maybe one day I will, though. Next movie is 300. This is a really good movie. It's really violent, really brutal. Stars Gerard Butler, and directed by Zack Snyder. This is just a solid movie. I like how they some of the Persians are portrayed as monsters, but they're not saying they are monsters. It's still grounded in reality, but it's trying to make the viewer think, "Wow, these guys are brutal. How do the Spartans beat these guys?" Well, they didn't beat them, but how did they get through that far? Whatever. You know what I'm trying to say. It's a good show. It's a good movie. I mean, I recommend getting it. It's pretty cheap actually, so. Shouldn't have trouble finding it. Next one is 500 Days of Summer. This is a romantic comedy, but it's really funny. The romance in it isn't too obnoxious. It's really good, and both Joseph Gordon-Levitt and Zooey Deschanel are really good in this movie, so it's a pretty good movie. The reason I got this is because I just wanted a fun movie. I just went through on IMDb and found this one, so that's why I got it. It's pretty cheap too, and it's real easy to find. Next one is Act of Valor, which honestly, in my opinion, this is just like Call of Duty the movie. It's a really good action movie, but doesn't have a really good story to it. But it's a pretty good movie. I bought this when it first came out on Blu-ray for like $24, and I regret doing that. It's a good movie, but not worth $25. Of course, nowadays I would say it's cheaper. Next movie is American History X. This is a really good movie. It stars Edward Norton and Edward Furlong, and it's just a movie about Edward Norton's character. He was a neo-Nazi. Let's see it better right there. He was a neo-Nazi before going to prison. After he comes out of prison, he wants to make sure his brother does not fall in the same path. It's a really sad movie. It's really tragic. I won't spoil what happens, but definitely worth a watch. I noticed that I'm kind of I'm out of frame sometimes, so I'm going to try and correct that, but it's not really a big deal if I'm in frame or not. So if you don't like it, that's fine. I'm sorry. But really, the important thing is my opinion on the movies. That sounded kind of arrogant, but I'm trying to get my opinion off of these movies. I'm not really trying to show my face or anything, so no, it's not really professional to have your face off camera, but nothing more to do about it. So. Honestly, I'd recommend just going to another tab or whatever and just listen to the audio. It's not a big deal or whatever. But anyway, next movie is American Psycho, starring Christian Bale. This is a really cool movie. It's just I haven't watched this movie in a while, so I need to go back and watch it. But it's a really solid movie. Only one scene that I just hate about it. I won't spoil it, but I just hate it. And it's kind of hard to say why I hate it without spoiling it. But I think he's a psychopath, and that's why I hate it. I don't know. I'm gonna shut up, but it's a really good movie. Next one is Apollo 18. This is a really shitty movie. It's supposed to be scary. It's like, oh, no one's. It's like there's a reason we haven't been to the moon. They ignore the fact that going to the moon is very expensive. So, but it's just a stupid fucking movie. They made a killing in the box office. I think the budget was only 500. I think it was around 50 grand. So they made like several $1,000,000 in the box office. So they made a killing. But it's a really bad movie. Don't go buy it. Or you can watch it on Netflix, but it's not scary. It's the shock value isn't very good. So I wouldn't recommend it. Next movie is Bad Teacher. This movie I got on Impulse. There's actually a sale when I went to go buy a couple of the movies in this list. And this movie would have been the free movie. It was buy two get one free. And it was okay. It's funny, but I don't know. It's not really good either. Next one is Bank Job, starring Jason Statham. This is a really good movie. He plays a really smart character in this movie. He's not like I'm not saying he's dumb in his other movies, but I'm just saying like this one's a different role for him, and it's not really got a whole lot of action, but it's a different kind of heist. I won't spoil it, but it's pretty good. It's pretty cheap also, so you shouldn't have a problem finding it. Next movie is The Big Lebowski. This stars Jeff Bridges and John Goodman. This is a really funny movie. It's just got a lot of quotes. And it actually comes with a book. You buy it on Blu-ray. I'm not sure if there's a Blu-ray that does not have this book come with it, but I believe people call it a digibook. I don't know, but it's got some stuff in there from the movie, some quotes. I won't spoil too much of it, but it's a really funny movie. I'll have you laughing pretty much the entire movie. So anyway, I'm gonna give it a watch. And one thing I hate about it, though, this book sticks out of the side of my. I have like a row of my movies, and this one sticks out of the side of it, and it's annoying. Just a little pet peeve, though. Next one is Black Hawk Down. I believe it stars Matt Damon. I want to say. I can't tell. I don't know. It's a good movie though. A good war movie. It takes place in Somalia when U.S. Army Rangers go in to capture this warlord. It should be a simple mission, but it goes wrong. And it's a pretty good mission. It's a pretty good movie. Only problem with it, the case is stupid. This is a picture of the cover, and here's the cover itself. Why was this even necessary? I don't know. Just another pet peeve. Not really important. Next two movies I'm going to do together, they're the Boondock Saints movies. These are really fun movies. I haven't seen these in a couple of years, actually, so I should go back and watch them. But they're really fun movies. But they're about revenge. The two brothers, they're going after revenge and different, and you know, they're going after revenge. I'm not really sure why, how you would word it other than that. But good movie. The story's kind of lacking, but they're both really fun to watch, though. And the next three are the Dark Knight trilogy. Honestly, what has not been said about these movies already? They're all phenomenal movies. My favorite in this series is Dark Knight. That's a given. But they're all really good. I don't want to say too much about them because I will talk for a very long time about them. But all three of them, I highly recommend. You know, go buy the trilogy if you want to buy them. I bought them all separately because I bought these two before Dark Knight came out. But anyway, definitely go buy them, watch them, love them. Awesome movies. Of course, I'm pretty sure we've all seen them by now, so I'm just talking to nobody there. Next movie, The Departed, starring Leonardo DiCaprio, Matt Damon, Jack Nicholson, and Mark Wahlberg. This is a really good movie. It's directed by Martin Scorsese. I can't say his fucking name right, I'm a moron. But anyway, good movie. There's an undercover cop that's in the mob, and then there's a cop who's working for the mob, and they're both trying to figure out which one's the rat in both organizations. Really good movie. Cast is amazing. Each actor does an amazing job. This also has Alec Baldwin in it, which he's not listed on the box. He plays a smaller role. He's not really a big role in this movie, but he's in this movie too. He's good. They're all good. Awesome movie. Next one is District 9. Personally, I did not like this movie. I'm not really big into sci-fi, but this one, I don't know, just wasn't really good. I haven't watched it in a few years either, so should probably give it a watch again. Next one is Donnie Darko. Probably one of the more stranger movies in my collection. It's a really good movie starring Jake Gyllenhaal, Drew Barrymore, and Patrick Swayze. It's also, to my knowledge, the first movie that has Seth Rogen in it. This is his first movie. He's not really a big role in it, but he's in there. But it's a really weird movie. It deals with time travel. It's Donnie Darko sees this rabbit. He wears it on his shirt back there. You can tell right there. Right there. Camera shitty, so I'm sorry if you couldn't tell what that was. But he's obsessed with this rabbit. He keeps on imagining. Rabbit tells him about the end of the world and all kinds of stuff. I don't want to say too much about it, but definitely an interesting movie. You will not be bored of it. It's weird, but it's really good, though. Next movie is Fight Club, another must-watch. It's awesome. Brad Pitt, Edward Norton. This is a really fun movie to watch. That's all I gotta say. It's awesome. Well, the script's awesome, that movie. It's just an awesome movie all around. Next movie, Full Metal Jacket. An awesome Vietnam movie by Stanley Kubrick. No, we've all seen this movie too, I'm sure. Definitely worth a watch. I like Platoon better, though. Next movie is a badass movie, Goodfellas, starring Ray Liotta, Robert De Niro, and Joe Pesci. This is just a really badass mob movie. It shows Ray Liotta's character, which is I believe his name is Hank. It's Henry Hill, I believe. I'm not really good with names, I'm sorry, but it shows him when he's a kid, first starts working for the mob in this mob-owned restaurant. It just shows his life as a mobster, and it's a really good movie. Awesome. I think it's my favorite role of Ray Liotta, but he's also in Vice City, which is a game, and he's awesome in that game. He does the voice for Tommy Vercetti, but I personally like him better in this role. They're both really good, but he seems to flow better in this movie. And I actually recently got this today, actually, the Godfather Collection. Have not seen it yet. It's still sealed, if you can tell that. I bought it on Amazon for $20. Can't really tell if it's sealed or not, but I don't know. It's still sealed, and I'm gonna watch it tonight. So I'll have that in my first update video a couple weeks from now, or whatever. So next movie, Hangover. This movie is kind of overrated, if you ask me. It's funny, but it's just like kind of a lot of dry humor, and I just don't like it. It's a good movie, but it's just like not my kind of movie. Next one is Heat. This is a badass movie starring Al Pacino, Robert De Niro, and Val Kilmer. Val Kilmer's actually good in this movie. I've only seen him in one other movie, and that's that's Batman Forever, the Joel Schumacher movie. Really shitty movie, but he's actually really good in this movie. It's a bank robbery. It's a heist movie. Couldn't think of the word there. Really good though. It's really long. It's just a simple tale of cops and robbers. That's how Quilts worded it when he first told me about this movie, and that's essentially what it is. Cops and robbers. It's really simple. Really good though. Next movie is another must-own, Inception. This is just a really badass movie. It's one of those movies you may want to watch a couple times before you fully understand it, but it's definitely worth it. It's an awesome movie. It's got Leonardo DiCaprio, Joseph Gordon-Levitt, Tom Hardy, Ellen Page. Really good movie. I got the special edition, which has not the special edition, but I got the 3-disc one. You got disc 1, and you got the DVD, and I believe that's the one of these is the digital copy. But I bought this used, so the digital copy is probably already used up. Did I show you guys the code there? I don't know. It's probably used up though. Bought it new. I bought it used. I mean. So next movie is a hilarious movie, In the Loop, starring no one really. They're all not really known, but Peter I can't pronounce his name. Capdini. And it's also got James Gandolfini, which is we know him from Sopranos. This is a hilarious movie. It's about two low-level one's half of the movie takes place in the State Department of the United States. The other half would be their counterpart in the United Kingdom. I'm not really sure what that department's called. I can't remember it off the top of my head, but really funny movie. It's really a lot of graphic language, but it's hilarious. This guy right here, which I believe is Peter's character, which is named Peter Capdini. I'm retarded, so I can't pronounce it. But this guy right here, he says cunt like every other word, so it's hilarious though. Alright. Next movie, Leon the Professional. An outstanding movie. It's really, It's a movie that has a really good message to it, but it's really violent. It's brutal. Awesome movie though. It stars Jean Reno, Gary Oldman, Natalie Portman. This is when she was, I believe this is her first role in a movie. So she's really young, but it's a really good movie. It's awesome. Just the ending will make you cry too. It's really sad, but it's definitely worth a pickup. Next movie is Looper. This is the one I hadn't bought it. This is not the most recent addition to my collection, but it's the newest one, the most recent movie, not the most recent purchase I have added to my collection. Not sure if that made any sense, but YOLO, whatever. Looper stars Bruce Willis, Joseph Gordon-Levitt, Emily Blunt. This is a really good movie. Deals with time travel. Not quite like Donnie Darko did, but this one actually has actual time travel in it. It's a really good movie. Some of it doesn't make sense at times, but I don't know. It's a really good movie that I recommend checking it out. But don't pay full price though. It's like $30 now. Well, it's actually more near 25. But just wait till it goes to $14 or whatever, which shouldn't be too much longer. Next movie is Lord of War, starring Nicolas Cage. This movie, I normally would not buy a Nicolas Cage movie, but this one just piqued my interest, so I bought it, and it's not bad. Only problem with it though is just that I don't know. It's got a love interest, and it doesn't really work out too well. But anyway, the ending is really dumb in my opinion. Another thing is, you can't really tell. I'll try and show you in the camera, but there's some text right here. But you can see there's tanks right there. So the text is obscured because they have a dark background to it, but the text is also black too. So dumb design right there. Just a little minor gripe though. Next movie is Man on Fire. Almost dropped it there. Starring Denzel Washington and the fuck's her name? Dakota Fanning. This is a really good movie. Denzel Washington's character, he's guarding, he works security for the Dakota Fanning's parents or whatever, and they become good friends or whatever, and she gets kidnapped, so he's trying to find out what happened to her. That's pretty much the story. I won't say too much more. Really good movie. Recommend checking it out. Next two movies, three movies I mean, is the Matrix trilogy. Matrix, outstanding movie. Really good fight scenes. Just an all-around good movie. Matrix Reloaded and Revolutions, not so good. They're both really good movies though, but they don't have the same kind of story. They kind of lose it. They lose me a little bit. But they keep the good fight scenes. Both movies have really good fight scenes in them. I definitely recommend checking them out just for those because they really are good. Next movie is No Country for Old Men. This is a really good movie. I'm not really trying to describe it, but it's dark, it's violent, but it's outstanding still. I'm not going to say too much about it because I don't want to spoil it. Because if I say the beginning of the movie, it'll spoil it for you. But next movie, Platoon, starring Charlie Sheen. Awesome movie. Just another Vietnam movie. I love this one more than a Full Metal Jacket because, I don't know, it's about the same length, but this one I like better. Maybe it's not just my opinion, but I don't know, good movie. Charlie Sheen's awesome in this movie. Check it out. Next movie is Public Enemies, starring Johnny Depp, Christian Bale, and Marin I'm an idiot. Cartland. She was in Inception in The Dark Knight Rises, so she's probably more known for those roles. But this is not really a good movie. Quills may disagree with me on that, but this movie just goes all over the place. It doesn't really make sense sometimes. It's called Public Enemies, but it really only focuses on John Dillinger, which is Johnny Depp's character. And it's good in that aspect, but it goes all over the place for me, and I don't really like that. Next movie is a must-own, Pulp Fiction. Outstanding movie. I mean, just what has not been said about this movie, too. It's a really good movie. That's all I'm going to say about it. Next movie is Saving Private Ryan. This stars, Tom Hanks, Matt Damon. Really good role, really good movie. I actually have not watched this on Blu-ray yet. I saw it on TNT one day because I was bored one day and decided to watch it on TNT. Let alone I had the fucking Blu-ray already, but I was just too lazy to put it in or whatever, so I finished watching it there. It's a good movie. Next one is Sin City, the movie it's the movie based on Frank Miller's graphic novel. And he actually directs this movie alongside Robert Rodriguez, so I don't think that's necessary, but it follows, from what I've heard, the comic books really well. I haven't read them, but it's really good, really dark. It's all in black and white. The blood shows up as red. So, there you go. It's really good. One thing I have a problem with, though, well, I don't know, it's not really a problem, but it comes with 2 discs. One is the theatrical, which is how you would have seen in theaters or on TV. The other one, though, is the extended cut. It's not really extended; it only has like 4 minutes of bonus footage, but it plays all the stories separately. Because if you watch the theatrical, all 4 stories would be separated or whatever. They'd be like mishmashed together. If you watch the extended cut, it's they're all told on their own level. So if you were to watch the Yellow Bastard, it would be just the Yellow Bastard, then the I forget the other ones. I don't remember the Yellow Bastard, but it would play each story separately, so you get to watch all the stories at one time, as opposed to them being mishmashed. That's okay with me. But one of the stories, which is called "The Customer's Always Right," that story isn't even in the graphic novel. They made it just for the movie the first half of that story is the opening credits. Second half of the story is the is the last part of the movie. So it doesn't make sense. I wish they would have just put them at the beginning put the first half at the beginning of the first story, and put the last half of it at the ending of the last story. So it would have made sense in either way. It's not in the graphic novel, so it doesn't need to be in there, but it's okay, I guess. That's the only problem I have with the extended cut. It's extended because they add credits to each of the stories, so that's the only reason it's extended. But I think it actually has like 4 minutes of deleted scenes added, but that's it. So if I would recommend it, watch the theatrical. That won't make a difference, really. Next film is Snatch. This movie is by Guy Ritchie. As I said in my DVD collection, I did not really like Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels. This movie is his second movie, and it's a lot better in my opinion. It's funnier. It's I don't know. It seems to flow a lot better. Just Jason Statham is in this movie too, and he's a pretty good character in this movie. He runs a legal boxing. I'm not sure how you want to word it, but he runs that, and he gets in debt with one of the other guys who runs legal boxing. And it goes on from there. It has 3 stories altogether. One story is about this one guy who steals this big diamond. He steals it, and this guy from America wants to buy it off him, so it goes to London or whatever to get the diamond and make sure it's okay. Because the guy who steals the diamond has a gambling problem, so he's worried about it getting stolen from the guy or he's gambling or whatever. So it's a good. And there's another story involves Jason Statham. The last story involves these robbers who find out about the diamond, so they go steal it, but they're really bad at heists. They're just horrible at it, but they still do it anyway. And all three stories end up intertwining, and it's really good. Next one is The Town, which is directed by Ben Affleck. It's a really good movie. It's about they're bank robbers, and there's 3 heists altogether. One at the beginning, one in the middle, one at the end. Really good story. I won't spoil too much of it, but definitely recommend watching it. Next movie is V for Vendetta. This is a really good movie. It's based on the graphic novel by Alan Moore. But it's just a really cool movie. You know, England's gone into fascism, and V, who's this guy right here, he's while it's in fascism, there's these secret tests going on. They use some of the civilians or whatever. So he's one of the test subjects, and he gets really injured by it, and he escapes or whatever. And then he goes for vengeance on all the people who did this to him. Turns out all those people have something to do with the English government. So it's kind of also a liberation too, because he wants to liberate the people and get his vengeance. Definitely a really good movie. And the last movie is Watchmen. Now this is the PS3 combo pack, so it comes with the game, which the game is not really good. The games, I should say, it's 2 games in one. Not really good, but the movie is really awesome. It's directed by Zack Snyder. It's an awesome superhero movie. Rorschach is a badass. They're all in their own aspects good superheroes, but I don't know, Rorschach is the best. Actually, Dr. Manhattan is the only one to have powers. The rest of them are just strong, or the rest of them are just vigilantes. But he's the only one that actually has powers. It's a really good movie. I recommend watching it. I'm actually thinking about not always selling this, but I'm thinking about buying the regular Blu-ray because this is stupid next to my my Blu-rays. It's just sticks out, doesn't match the spine does not match the rest of my Blu-rays, so it's whatever. And that's the collection, guys. I know that was probably how long was that? That was actually 25 minutes. That's really long, so I'll probably put this into 2 parts or whatever. So thanks, guys. Thank you guys for watching. I will do more. I will do updates along the road of me getting more Blu-rays and watching them or whatever. So stay tuned for those, and I'll catch you guys later.